I've recently seen a bump in downloads on KDP, and this is how I did it. Hello there, my name is Tanya Stephenson, and I'm an independent author located in Canada. I'm also the creator of Sable Book Night. Check out the sablebooknight.ca website and check out what author services I have to offer. I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm really sorry for that. We went to Florida for a wedding, and it was such a great trip. We got to put our feet in the ocean for the first time ever, and we spent a lot of money but had a lot of fun. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will have seen some videos where I talk about doing vendor markets. So I usually go during the summer, maybe once or twice over, fall and winter time, and I get a table where I sell my books. I sell my books that I've gotten printed through KDP print-on-demand services, and I also print books myself, short stories, light reads, and notebooks and so on, and I make sales. This is how I have made the majority of my income through book sales, is by in-person vendor markets and craft sales. I also, not too long ago, shared that I started to sell my books at a local store. So what I found was a brand new business had opened called The Cozy Fox. It is located in Selkirk, Manitoba. Now this is only like 5 minutes or less from my house, so I went and checked it out. Well, it turns out that this company is actually a group of vendors who pulled together this business, and they rent out shelf space to other vendors, marketers, crafters, and they make the sales for you, and you get the majority, 90% of the profit from each of these sales. So you pay a rental fee. It's about $30 Canadian per month, depending on the space that you have. For me, it's $30 Canadian per month. And yeah, so when you think about the vendor markets and the marketing tables, you can spend $20 to $100, or even more if you do something like Comic-Con. It could be $200 or $250 for a table. So when you think about that, you only get 1 or 2 days, maybe 3 days for that table, and you have to sit there the whole time to make these sales. So for $30 a month, and to have my books visible to the public to look at 5 out of 7 days a week, I think it's absolutely wonderful. So I set up my shelf. I've got books, I've got my hand-printed books, I've got Living Undiagnosed. I'm also selling the Lake Winnipeg Writers Group of Voices journals there, and I wasn't sure how well they would do. I have made a few sales, but the one thing that absolutely amazed me was looking at my Kindle dashboard and seeing all of these downloads happening. So I have a series called the Red Crime Thriller series, and the very first book, which was my very first publication, is called Red Leaves. Now, being the first in this short story series, I have made it free on all platforms. But what I hadn't anticipated is putting my name out there in a local community store has actually gained some visibility for me online. So if you look at this Kindle Direct dashboard, now I don't usually make regular sales. I'm not publishing enough. I'm not publishing exactly what I want to publish because life is so busy. But look at this. I range anywhere from 1 to 2 sales every couple days. And sometimes you see these batches where it's a few days in a row. So people are finding my name, and they're looking online, and they're checking out my writing. So this is really cool. The only thing I'm disappointed on is that it hasn't led to sales of the next books in my series, and I know that it's a light read. I don't think I'm marketing it well enough as a light read, but regardless of all of that, it is giving me more visibility on Amazon, and that is a really cool thing. So my suggestion for you, something to consider, is take a look locally and see what you can do to get your name out there. You'll be really surprised to see how much support you can get from the local community, and even tourists, because people coming to Selkirk, might check out such a cool store that's so unique with crafters and gifts and all kinds of things, especially around holidays like Mother's Day. And you could be found by an avid reader. So check out your local community, see where you can get your books in. You don't have to wait for them to purchase a big stack of your books online. Just go in person, talk to the manager, ask them if they'd be willing to sell your products. So while I was away in Florida, I did manage to get a little bit of writing time in. Not as much as I wanted, but we were really busy. I mean, we went to all the theme parks, we had a wedding to go to, we helped while my husband helped set up the wedding. We had a lot of travel time in there, including a layover that was doubled in time due to a flight delay. But I did manage to get about 2 or 2.5 hours of writing time in, which is better than nothing. But my goal this month, right now, is to turn my focus back to the Red Crime Thriller expansion or rewrite. I'm maybe a fifth of the way done, but it's starting to really flow and I'm really enjoying the process. I'm also really enjoying playing with the formatting while I go. It's kind of driving me to keep going because I'm excited to see what this is going to look like. And hey, once I have it ready, I'll probably order some copies and get them set up in the Cozy Fox and do some advertising. So yes. So how is your May going so far? Have you been making any sales? Do you plan to do any vendor markets over the summer? Drop a comment below and let us know how things are going. So have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, and happy writing.